Hi all, Graham here, and another uploaded game of Saga, again, Age of Chivalry. I'm at Reading War Games Club and I'm playing Silver Steve. Both warbands are mine and I'm using my Swiss, and I'm using a build that I've used many times, which might be to my disadvantage. Maybe I should have manipulated it to suit the scenario. Time will tell. Steve is using my French, and he's playing the later French d'Ordonnance, and as you can see, he has given it some thought and he has manipulated his build maybe to suit the scenario and to suit his opponent. Again, we shall see. Has he done it right? We're playing the fourth scenario from the upcoming Saga UK Grand Melee Advance. Fundamentally, it's a 6-turn game, and if you get near the objective markers, you score points. If they're in the opponent's half, you score more points. But all will become apparent when you watch the game. As always, nothing is perfect in my games. If you see anything I do wrong, please point them out. We all learn from our mistakes. Have you got any comments on the build, on tactics, how to play the scenario? Again, pop in the comments. Hope you enjoy it. Let's see what happens.
Okay, a quick sound check, Steve. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Graham.
I had a bit of a disaster today.
Did you? What happened?
Well, Stephen, I'm glad you asked. I swallowed some Scrabble tiles. Oh dear, I know. You might. Now I'm experiencing constant vowel movements. It actually could get worse. The next trip to the bathroom could spell disaster. Any good?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that as a Scrabble player myself.
Good evening, Stephen. How are you?
I'm good, looking forward to the game.
Yes, this is going to be really interesting. I've said it most in the preamble, but this is the fourth scenario. The first one's Clash of Worlds. It's the fourth one in the game pack for UK Grand Melee in later in the year, and it's called Advance. Steve is using my French, and you'll notice he hasn't got any ranged units at all, which kills my fantastic killer ability of Obstinate. So well done, Steve, for straight away watching my videos and realising how much I love that ability.
It was a complete accident.
I don't think it was. I think it was very crafty. Fair play. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays, actually. So the dice are placed, as you can see. Steve is the first player. I've got 3 dice I've placed, and Steve's got 6 in play. And we'll see what goes on. So let's play, shall we? So orders. You have an orders on prowess, but I think you're not using it this turn, are you?
No.
You're not using prowess. I've got no orders reaction, so off you go.
So because of the gap between us, I can do a lot of manoeuvring. So
yep, indeed.
Which is why I've loaded up the battle board as I have.
Yep. These are the half guard.
Yep, half guard moving up on the left.
Your half guard are the cataphract option, aren't they? They're the ones with
They're barded, yeah.
Barded, so they move M and they charge
L.
Well, at least L.
Depending on the powers used.
Yeah, at least, yeah. And these are all manoeuvres at the moment, so this is fine.
These are warriors, so they move normally. So we are going to move up here to obviously contest the central objective. Well, you can compress the board, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. Is that it? Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Okay, my second turn. Orders. I'm going to do force march, which basically means my pike move M in the open and my non-pike move quicker in bad terrain. But most of mine are going to be manoeuvres. So, here, the pikemen are now moving M. I'm going to go there. The Gers are going to tell the levy to move forward. So, uphill advantage.
Is that a thing?
No, I just made that up.
I thought, I've never seen that in the rule book.
The levy are going to move to there. They're going to move forward as well. They've got determination.
Yeah.
And over here,
You could do a manoeuvre.
manoeuvre to there. Within VS, so...
Perfect.
Okay, and that's all I've got. Tell you what, do you want to roll your dice?
Oh, hello.
Oh, she rolled 3 common, 4 common, 1 uncommon, 1 rare.
I have an orders thing to do first.
What is your orders? It is prowess. And until the end of the turn, your mounted horses and half-guard units, not included barded units, get a bonus. Oh, it doesn't say that, I just added that. Half-guard units get a bonus of M to their charge range, charge only. Cannot be activated to move. And I've done something really stupid. I put a dice on over Covenant, which I can't use anyway because I haven't lost anything. So it is what it is, as you say. Okay.
I've learnt.
Yeah, me too. We both made mistakes there.
We're going to do flying wedge.
Activate up to 3 units for a charge. They get a bonus
Actually, this is a waste, but yeah, we go.
They get a bonus 3 attack dice for the ensuing melee. So so you need 3 dice really. So if I give you 3...
I only need 1 dice because these are the only guys that are charging.
Well, you have 3 and you're going to need them later anyway. So you're going to put it on those.
The numero 1.
Okay. And they're going to charge...
In there. Well, we're going to charge here and then go in there.
Can't argue with that too much, can I? You've got your bonus 3 attack dice there. First things first, I'm going to close ranks.
Of course you are. I'm going to do armed and armoured to gain 4 attack dice.
Gain
3 attack dice or defence dice, 4 if a Hearthguard unit.
Or, so you're going to go for the... This is one of the things I did wrong in the previous game. So you have a choice of either attack or defence. You're going to attack, obviously.
Yeah, well, because you discard 3 attack dice.
So I lose 3.
And I gain 4.
Well, I'm not going to do any damage to you, am I? I'm going to use Vorhut, remove fatigue, or gain 3 defence dice. Obviously, I'm going to gain 3 defence dice.
I am going to do Panoply, re-roll all my attack and defence dice which score 1s. So re-rolling 1s.
Yours. Also, because I'm Pike, and I have no fatigue, and I'm engaging with mounted, I get plus... Is it +1 to my attack dice? I think it is. Which isn't much good because I've only got 1 dice.
You've got 1 attack dice, good luck with that.
Well, I'm just saying. For completeness. Just to show I haven't forgotten the rule. But
as long as we get the scoring right at the end of my turn.
Have you passed?
Yeah, I'm out of...
well, I'm going to start using my defence dice. So I've got a combat bonus for a defence dice. I've got another combat bonus for another defence dice. I'm going to use them all. What the hell? All 4 of them. There we go. See how we get on with that.
Are we good to go?
Yeah.
Do you want to roll your 1 dice first? Because that'll be funny. Need a 4.
If I kill it. No.
And I'm re-rolling 1s. I'm going to say it out loud so I don't forget. It's a lot of 2s and 3s, mate. So that's 5, 10, 11 hits so far. 12.
All right, so I close ranks. So I'm saving on a 4. I've got 7 defence dice. Fours. Oh, I don't like the look of that.
That's shit.
That's really bad, actually. Look. So I saved 3, 4, 5, 6.
Out of my 12.
So I lost 6.
Hang on, 3.
Yeah, I've got...
Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12. So you lose 6.
Wow, that's terrible. Okay, they come off there. That was terrible dice. Fatigue. Thank you, Steve.
We enjoyed that.
I'm sure you did.
My last dice is on to activate my warriors over here. So we just want to move in front of the objective, basically.
Right, this is... You're finished, are you?
Yeah.
So this is the end of your second turn. So now you start scoring, don't you?
2, 5, 7, 13.
13.
I believe.
Yeah. You clearly work with numbers, Steve.
It's almost like I had the turn planned.
Yeah. It does look that way, doesn't it? 5 dice.
But the difficulty you have now with those guys is they're not generating a dice, they can't contest.
No.
So you're down to 5 dice.
5 dice. You've got an empty board. 5 dice. Come on, give me some uncommons. 2 uncommons, 3 commons. Okay, I don't know if okay, so I need to point out here. I'm not sure, I think the turn was running. I shot here, I killed 2 half guard. I moved sideways to get 1 fatigue. I used force march with my orders to make my pikemen could move M. They moved with their determination, moved M. I spent a dice to move them up M as well, and these just shuffled sideways a little bit. Apart from that, I have nothing else I've used. So, and Steve's just rolled his dice, and you rolled 3 common and 3 uncommon. Okay, Steve's third turn. No orders this time? No orders reaction. Okay, off you go.
So, firstly, we're going to activate Hearthguard to...
Hearthguard?
Hearthguard to rest.
No, I love when you say that, actually.
And then we're going to activate them to charge you here.
Against the poor old crossbowman.
Against the poor old crossbowman.
There's 4 of you there this time, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Armed and armoured. So I get 4 attack dice, you lose 3 attack dice.
Okay, I'm going to use Vorhut. Remove fatigue from your unit or gain 3 defence dice. I'm going to remove the fatigue. Takes more dice.
So I'm going to do Panoply. I re-roll all my 1s and 2s because I've suffered a casualty since the start of the game. So I re-roll all my misses, basically.
Very nice. Okay, well I'm going to use... I'm not, because that's just...
That's Gewalthut.
I can't use that.
You're stuffed at this point.
I'm pass.
And I'm doing Pledge of Battle so I don't suffer a fatigue at the end of the melee.
Yep. Okay. I'll roll my 1, shall I? No.
Re-rolling 1s and 2s.
Re-rolling everything.
3, 6, 9. So that's 11 hits. That's not as bad as it could be.
Save 5, lost
6.
6.
Still generating a dice though.
Take them off. Take a fatigue.
I think we're okay for now.
So, you're going to score your points again, aren't you?
2, 4, 10.
10.
Jesus, Graham.
It's going to take more than Jesus for this, I think. Fucking hell.
Do stuff, can't they?
No rares though. 4 common, 1 uncommon. These are I'm going to use Force March, obviously, for my orders. And these are going to move to here, like that.
So you're still not contesting?
No.
Right.
I'm going to activate these warriors to move once. Like that.
Good work.
There. Then I'm going to poke, because I forgot earlier to poke. And I poke with them, all of them. 5's needed. 3. First above average roll I've done today.
Given my shit saves last time with the other guys. 2.
2 dead. These guys are going to poke here as well. I'm a 5.
Can you stop this already?
2 dead. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Over here, I'm going to send them packing and send a unit in, other than Gert, to charge. You do go in with a fatigue, though. Do you wish to close ranks?
We will not.
Cool. I'm going to use Vorhut to remove my fatigue. You've got an empty board.
I should be passing.
Here we go. I need 5s and a bit of luck.
That looks like a few to me. 5 between friends.
5, indeed, Steve.
I say, so I lose 3.
You do. 4's needed.
4 back on you. 2.
2 dead. Okay, now I've forgotten something nearly. We obey, he's going to tell them to shoot.
So we go up to 6, yeah?
Spend that to 6, down to 5, the crossbow. I'm going to use Skillful Strike, and then you must re-roll 2 successful defense dice. So I kind of need to roll high here. 5s. Just the 1.
So I've got to roll it twice.
Well, just roll it once. Just roll it again. Oh, indeed, but not 2.
Are we scoring? So you don't have any you have 2 points, Graham.
Is that I only have 2 points again?
Yeah, because we're contesting.
Contested.
Mine.
Yours. Yeah. This is
Another 6 points coming up.
Yeah, I know. You're just going to sit there, aren't you?
That's the right spread, isn't it? 3-2-1.
3-2-1. Any orders, Steve? None. Orders reaction? Well, I've got a Dyson over Covenant, but it's only because it's there, not by design. And my Gers haven't lost any figures. So
no, we're focusing fire elsewhere, mate.
Right, so what are you going to do then?
We are going to do Flying Wedge.
Okay, and what 3 units are you going to Flying Wedge with? Just the 2?
Oh, we'll do 1 and 2. We'll use the blue.
Wow.
Allez les bleus.
Le bleu. Okay. So which one's going to go in first? And obviously the half guard.
You know where we are.
Yeah. Yep. And also, because you use Flying Wedge, you get 3 bonus.
3. Yeah.
I'll give you the 3 red ones there. I'm going to close ranks because I have to. Okay. Also, because I have a fatigue, I can't use my special ability of pikes against mounted.
So we do armed and armoured, so I get 4 attack dice, and you lose 3 dice.
I pass.
Pledge of battle, I don't get a fatigue at the end.
Okay. I pass.
That'll be us, and we use your fatigue to drop your armour down to 3. And that'll be us.
I roll my 2 dice first, as seems to be the habit. 5's needed. Nothing.
That's success. Right, we go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right.
10.
Use 6.
6 dead. I do get fatigue. I'll pop it on there.
And I don't.
And you've got a second charge, haven't you? Or was it just...
Going to use that to activate them to charge again.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, men at arms. In they go, and they get a fatigue. No, they don't. Yes, they do, yeah, because it's their second activation.
Yeah.
Right, I'll close the ranks.
I'll obviously put you down to a 3 with your fatigue.
And I'll obviously bring you back up to a 4.
Magnifique.
4s. Oh, I was
4.
right. I was 4. I was right to do that. 4s to save. Lost 1.
I'll take 1 off the back.
Yep. Back on you. Need a couple of 5s to be good. 1. You could actually go backwards here.
But you're no longer contesting.
True.
Because you're not a dice generator. Yeah.
And you saved it anyway.
So you go off into the wild blue yonder.
Yes. Got fatigue. Yes, indeed.
And we'll get him to rest.
Okay. So, you've got...
6.
Because I'm not within S there.
8.
8.
10.
10. Four dice. Look at that. I've rolled 3 rares when I don't need them. When the game's over.
Well, you can explode some of those, can't you?
I'm going to explode some of those for that. And I'm going to keep going. Explode again. So I've got 3 uncommon, 2 common and 1 rare. I'm going to activate the levy to try and shoot him. I'm going to use skillful strikes. I really want to kill him. So you've got to re-roll 2. But I still need to roll 4s. Can't even roll a 4. He's then going to say, or they're going to say to them, charge, and I'm going to charge you there.
And you get a fatigue.
To clarify, I'm actually using a levy activation to charge.
Yes, I do get a fatigue. I'm going to use Vorhut with a rare, which removes my fatigue and gives me 3 defense dice. You got nothing. I still need 5s.
I was going to use your fatigue then.
Yeah, I know you were. That's why I did it. Come on.
Nothing, not in this game.
That says it all.
2 hits, 5 saves. 2 saves, yeah, but you bounce off.
And that is the tail of the game. Back they go, S. Fatigue.
So then you've got to decide what to do to try and shift him, haven't you?
Because you're going to get 6 there, or you're going to get 5 there.
3.
3.
Yeah, that's only worth 3. 2, 3, 6.
Or that's, yeah. Determination, I've got to charge him there. In they go. I pass. No, I spend your fatigue.
Yeah, you numpty.
Down to a 4.
I got nothing. Oh, he's dead. What a shock.
Kill surprise. 1. 1 dead. 1 dies.
Leave the fatigue there for them.
Fatigue for him. Send them packing. Activate unit other than hot. Gert to charge. Get 3 bonus attack dice. Those 3 going in there. They're worth nothing anyway, so.
My intent was to actually rest before I charged, but I forgot to do it.
All the pikes, yes indeed. Each 6 rolled on your defence dice cancels 2 instead of 1. Got to do it. Mine was 4.
Yeah, I've just used your fatigue.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, I beg your pardon.
You're going to put it back up again?
Yeah. Try and live. 1. Dear, oh dear. 1 dead.
Only 5, but ideally we want you to bounce off, don't we? Remembering 6s cancel 2.
2, 3, 3. And you hit me 5 times.
Well, that cancels 2, so you save 3, you lose 2 figures.
I lose 2. So, and you lost 1.
Yeah, so
I'll go back.
Yeah, you're down to a single guy, aren't you?
Yeah. I cocked up there again because I had a dice on warriors, and I meant to rest them before I go in.
I did wonder.
I did, so that was my error. That was an error. And that is that. So how many points do I score? 4.
2, 4. You doubled your score, mate.
Thank you very much. I will have a quick think about this because currently the score is 33 plays 8, and we've only got 2 turns. Okay, so I'm going to yield there. I'll give that as a slight winning draw to Steve. But yeah, I got spanked there, well and truly. So a couple of things that come out of that really. So first one was the first player does have an advantage and it's a bit like the previous scenario I played against Rich the other week. The first player, because they can manoeuvre, it means that the second player needs to use dice to get into them, and that's an advantage. Also, the first player can manoeuvre and stack their board, which you did, which again is an advantage as well.
Yeah, because I had the unit of warriors that don't have barding, they were able to move M&M.
Yeah.
And that really hampered your middle stuff, which is where you wanted to be pushing forward. So you couldn't manoeuvre, you had to, as you say, you had to use dice.
Yeah.
But then on my second turn, flying prowess and flying wedge did what it does for the French, which is smash you down my right, your left.
You did. Second thing is terrain. We weren't. First, there were 2 things. One, we weren't sure how many pieces of terrain you were supposed to have.
It wasn't clear in the mission.
It wasn't clear in the mission or the game pack that we couldn't see. So I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the table. Is that right?
But we found it quite hard to put terrain between the objectives with the restrictions.
But you found yourself a cheesy bit of hill that was like a Frankfurter.
No one wants to stop them. The French don't want to stop the flying wedge, do they?
No, exactly. So, but no, that's fine, fair enough. So, but it is hard to get the terrain in there as well. So, yeah, I played shit. Also, from my personal point of view.
But I asked you at the beginning, how far forward were you?
Yeah.
And you said exactly.
Yeah.
I think you should have been a little bit back to stop me. I think because I was with barding, with a manoeuvre, I would have been out of prowess and flying wedge range if you were just
a nudge shorter. Yes, you're quite right. Yeah, I should have done the maths there.
But the difficulty is you wanted to get close to your objective, but in saving 2 points, in getting 2 points for your objective, you allowed me to get 3 turns of 6.
Yeah, which was massive.
Because with 6th Hearthguard on the prow with a fully loaded board, it was hard for you to stand up.
I would also say my tactic was to try and hold the middle, which I never got there with my Gers. I'm really underperformed.
You were a bit unlucky, especially at the end where they were forced to go that way.
Well, I had to, because that was where you were going to get more points than I would have achieved there.
Otherwise, my warriors here were going to get some attention, and then we'd have had to come across from here to...
But the game was nearly over. But my intent was to hold that, push on that one and get it, take that, hold that, and then give you that.
Well, it's a classic swirling mission, isn't it? You try and hold one side and push on the other side.
But the reality was that I had a unit of 8 warriors over here, with Pike, admittedly, but maybe that wasn't strong enough. Maybe that should have been a 12 there, because you were always going to target that. I would, because that was the weak point for me.
They were furthest. I deliberately deployed one mounted half guard on each wing.
I was hoping that the
because that unit there were furthest away from your Gewaltfoot.
yeah, I was hoping that the crossbowmen was going to give just a little bit more support than they actually did.
But we were able to plough into them on our turn and push them, a half. I think actually that was the only bit of the game where you got a bit lucky. You didn't lose their dice because they could still compete.
But that was about it, though.
That was about it. That's the only good
luck.
luck.
The first 3 turns I rolled 13, 15 Saga dice and didn't roll a rare. Probably didn't help, but I don't think that really figured too much, to be honest. But no, well and truly done. We could have played another 2 turns and maybe I would have clawed 1 or 2 points back, but the fact that you're 29 points up already or 27 points up is
well, I think my plan, if we carried on, would be to retreat the warriors back here to make you come further.
Yeah.
Move, maybe do the same here.
I don't think they would have been there. I think they would have vanished. I think if I'd have got my Gers into those, they wouldn't have been there.
But I got my warlord and this half guard to come and this lone half guard can
to sit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
But that's the thing, when your pocket starts to collapse, it's really hard to hold.
But also, I would question maybe I didn't have enough units. I was quite.
You were very compact, weren't you?
But then the Swiss, that's how the Swiss play. They are a compact faction.
And also you're not as mobile as me, which is
no. And the other thing, of course, because you had no range, my obstinate, my big ability that I love, you destroyed it. But you didn't need it.
It's almost like I built the list to avoid it.
Good game. Thank you very much, Steve. Till the next time.
Cheers, mate.
Looking at the Grand Melee pack, there is additional scoring you get per game. If you score 10 or more massacre points during a game, you get a tournament point. Also, Ragnar's bonus, you get an additional tournament point for completing 6 charges on the enemy units. I know I yielded in turn 4, but if Steve needed additional tournament points with massacre points or charges, then it would have been in his interest to complete it all 6 turns. Obviously, as a club night game, the game was over really after turn 2 or 3. But in a tournament, we would have needed to have completed those because it wouldn't have been fair on my opponent to yield so quickly. I have to say, as badly as I played, Steve played it really, really well. He read the scenario, he built his army to suit, and he deserved the win, and he deserved to thrash me as he did. If you've got any comments on what you see, please pop them down below, much appreciated. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and if you've got this far, thank you very much for watching the video. See you all on the next one.